The flight attendant took off her high heels and stirred the coffee with one of the shoes, then served the same coffee to a female passenger. However, it turned out that the passenger was even more short-tempered. She pushed the coffee cup, causing it to spill directly onto the flight attendant's body. The hot coffee burned her skin, and she was forced to leave because the passenger was a princess from that country who had chartered the entire plane. A short while later, the flight attendant returned with a cup of coffee, but at that moment, the princess noticed that the ring on the flight attendant's finger looked exactly like her own. She ordered the flight attendant to take off the ring and mocked her, saying, "Someone as poor as you doesn't deserve to own such an expensive ring." Then, she dropped the ring on the floor and stomped on it until it was destroyed. The flight attendant felt deeply humiliated. She went to the airplane galley, seething with anger, and decided to take revenge because she knew the princess was allergic to shrimp. She deliberately prepared the plate of seafood noodles and hid the shrimp so it wouldn't be visible. Then, she served the dish to the princess for lunch. The princess suspected nothing at all and ate the noodles. A few moments later, the sound of coughing was heard from the cabin. The flight attendant immediately checked and saw the princess's condition worsening, her face and eyes turning red. Seeing this, the flight attendant panicked. As soon as the plane landed at its destination, the princess was immediately taken to the hospital. The flight attendant breathed a sigh of relief. However, upon arriving at the airport arrivals hall, shocking news emerged. The princess had died suddenly. Because of her position as a member of the royal family, her body had to be sent back to her country immediately. It turned out that in the princess's special request, it was stated that the same flight attendant must accompany her body alone. The flight attendant could not refuse. She sat in the very back seat of the plane. Suddenly, the plane experienced severe turbulence, and the princess's body fell out of the coffin. The flight attendant trembled in fear. She called for the captain's help but received no response. She began to believe that it was the princess's spirit coming back for revenge. In a panic, she started banging on the cockpit door frantically, but still got no response. Desperate, she grabbed an axe and smashed the cabin window. The captain thought the flight attendant had gone mad, so he tied her to a seat. The coffin was placed right in front of her, and then, what she feared most happened. When the plane landed, the princess's personal bodyguard boarded the aircraft. What he saw was horrifying. The flight attendant was lying on the floor,